Hello everybody, it's Chibi, and today is going to be an anime review on Sora no Method Episode 4. Now, this episode mainly focuses on Yuzuki. That's exactly what this episode does for the majority of the episode. We get to see the perspective of Yuzuki through the course of this episode, and a little bit of a glimpse of what the saucer really did to Yuzuki in the past. The sad thing is they left it hanging, but it gave us enough information to show us that there's something else going on here behind the scenes to Yuzuki being very pissed off because of this saucer. As we heard last week, we heard that, there's fireworks. For instance, the saucer coming down over the island caused it to where there could no longer be fireworks. And we thought it was that reason why, Yuzuki was acting the way she was. Well, in this episode, we have a flashback to where Yuzuki thinks back to an earlier time, and you see this hospital, you see an ambulance, and it instantly makes you think, okay, someone probably either died, got very sick, or something happened. Something definitely happened when the saucer came, but it makes me question, who exactly was it, what caused it? I mean, most likely it's the saucer. That's probably the main cause of why Yuzuki is pissed off with the saucer, but I mean, who was it? Was it her brother? Is it possible it could be her brother? Now, one thing though I will say though about this episode, I can see from a different perspective that Yuzuki can get a tad bit annoying in this episode. If they did not show us that flashback of Yuzuki, for instance, with the hospital scene in this episode, even though they didn't tell us nothing, if they did not show us that, I honestly would kind of be a little bit pissed off with Yuzuki's attitude this entire episode. I mean, if it was because of fireworks is why she slapped Nanoka and why she's all pissed off, I would think, that's very shallow. But with the entire bit with the hospital, it makes me kind of try to understand her situation a lot more. Now, looking past that entire bit, this episode had a really interesting conclusion. A lot of drama and tension building up at the end of this episode, especially with Koharu, I think that's her name. But with Koharu at the end of this episode, we see a little bit of glimpses of her for the majority of this episode, and we see a slow build up to that ending conclusion of the episode, to where she announces, everything that Yuzuki is doing to get rid of the saucer, having a picket fence and just handing out flyers, everything she's doing is pointless. I love the way Koharu actually said that, and to see that entire bit, I really like the development overall with her character. She said it like it was meant to be said. I mean, seriously, I understand, like I said, Yuzuki probably had something very bad happen, especially that hospital scene, but at the moment, she's just way too overreacting. Her entire bit with protesting is not really going to help that much at the moment. It's not. And, what she did with Nanoka, the only person that was actually wanting to help her, and she goes off and slaps her, she kind of ruined her only friend that was willing to actually stand beside her and help her. Now, Koharu, with the development of her, that was some interesting development. At the end, you gotta kind of feel bad for her, because Yuzuki said, "I hate you," to her face. She got very upset, and you see how she was really sad she said that, but a true friend will tell you like it is. That's personally how I feel. It didn't seem like, Koharu, out of spite, was trying to piss off Yuzuki. It did not seem like that. Now, majority of us can probably agree Koharu wasn't trying to make Yuzuki pissed off. She was actually trying to help out Yuzuki through the majority of this episode, but Yuzuki pushed her to that point to where she had to say that. Technically, she did. So I know that entire bit when Koharu actually said that to Yuzuki, it probably hurt her a lot, too. So I'm interested to see exactly what next week is going to be like. I'm curious exactly what is going on with the saucer, what did it cause with Yuzuki, and I am really curious to find out what's going to happen to Noel. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.